First of all, myself. So my name is Swamy Naidu. I'm teaching UI technologies, okay, from past 13 years. I'm handling JavaScript, React, Angular, these batches, okay. And today is a REACTJS demo class. So in this demo class, I will brief you what is REACTJS and what we can do with this REACTJS. These concepts I'll discuss. Okay, fine. So now just let me open Notepad first. REACTJS. So what is REACTJS? So REACTJS is one web technology. Okay. So we are using this web technology to develop the websites. At the time of website development, we are using different types of technologies. So one of those technologies is REACTJS. Okay. Now what we can do with this REACTJS? Okay. So first of all, so REACTJS is a client-side script to implement dynamic websites. Yes. Why we are using this REACTJS? To implement the dynamic websites. Got it? Yes. So REACTJS is a client-side script. This client-side script we are using to implement dynamic websites. What is dynamic website? Actual websites are two types. First one is static website, and second one is dynamic website. Like that, we have these two types here. What the first one? Static. And the second one is dynamic website. Static website means it displays only information. Okay. So just we can read that information. After that, we can close. To develop the static websites, HTML, CSS, these technologies enough. No need to go for any coding related technologies. But dynamic website, so to develop the dynamic website, we are using that coding related technologies like React, JavaScript, etc., etc. Okay. So dynamic website means which can interact with user to send some data. Means we can send some data into the website and we can retrieve the requested data. We can access the data. So these type of all possibilities are there in these dynamic websites like registration page, login page, etc., etc. Is this clear? Yes. Like that, we have two types of websites. One is static website, another one is dynamic website. So REACTJS we are using to implement dynamic website. Is it clear? Now here it is library of JavaScript. Yes. What is REACTJS? REACTJS is nothing but the library of JavaScript. Okay. Means what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of library? So to work with the JavaScript, it is providing many functionalities. Okay. Additional functionalities. Okay. So JavaScript is one popular client-side technology. Okay. So to work with the JavaScript, it is supporting many functionalities. I will discuss that later. First of all, here one point is there. What is that client-side script? Yes. Yeah. What this client-side script? I told you REACTJS is a client-side scripting language. Okay. What is the meaning of client-side scripting language? That we need to discuss now. For example, we take any website. Yes. So you want to develop a website. How many phases we have in this website development? Yes, two phases are there. One is design phase. Second one is coding phase. Like that, in that website development, we have two phases. The first one is design phase and second one is coding phase. Yes, yeah. In design phase, we can create user interfaces. Yes. In design phase, we can create the user interfaces. For example, if you create any website by using HTML, CSS, okay. So actually in designing point of we are using HTML, CSS. These are the technologies we are using. Now, second point is coding. In coding phase, we're implementing logics. Yes. So we have two types of logics here. One is client side, sorry. Second one is server side. So if you take any website, okay, in coding point of view, we are using two types of scriptings. First one is client side and second one is server side. Like that, we have two types of scriptings here. Yes, yeah. What is client side? The script which executes in browser. It comes under client side script. Client side script executes where? In browser. For example, if you implement any logics by using JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular, all this comes under client-side scripting languages. That is the main point of this. Is clear? Yes. Next one is server side. So which executes in web server. Yeah. So server-side scripting language means what is that? Which executes in web server. For example, yes, if you implement any logics by using ASP, JSP, PHP, all this comes under server-side scripting languages. Is it clear? Like that, we have two types of scripting languages. First one is what? Client-side script. Second one is server-side script. Is it clear? Yes. Now, what is REACTJS? REACTJS is a client-side scripting language. We are using this REACTJS to implement the web applications. Means in website development point of view, we're taking the support of this REACTJS. So one diagram I wanted to show you. Okay. For example, this is one web server. Assume that, okay, different web servers we have. Google, okay. 1 second. Yes. So Google web server. Now it contains the web pages like that. Now you open your browser. Okay. So this is your computer. In your computer, you open the browser and you type, okay, something like google.com. When you press enter key, what is happening? The request is going to the server and response is coming back to the browser. Yes. Yeah. At the time of getting this response, what the client side technology they use in their website development, the original code is downloading into the browser. The original code downloads into the browser and it executes in that browser. Is it clear? Like that, So JavaScript, React, Angular, all these technologies comes under, okay, client-side scripting languages. Those technologies script executes where in browser. So that is the main point of this. This clear? Yes. Next one, server-side script. For example, this website contains code by using Java or PHP, something JSP servlets or PHP, etc. That code executes here. Only result is coming to the browser. So like that, according to the execution location, we are calling the scripting languages as client-side and server-side scripting languages. Now, what is React.js? React.js is a client-side scripting language. For example, just I'm going to open on website. Okay, any website if you take, for example, facebook.com I have given. Now I am sending a request to the Facebook and I got the response. Now I am client of the Facebook. Client means the person who is accessing the website. We are calling that person as client. Now at the time of downloading this web page, so entire client side script of this website, okay, is downloaded in my browser. Downloaded in my browser. If you want to see, just right click and go to the view page source. Now here you can see this is the entire script of this. Is it clear? Yes. This is the entire client side script. Who implemented this one? Facebook developers implemented this one. It is downloaded into my browser and executed in my browser. So this is client side script. Okay. So like that, the entire client side script at the time of loading the web page, it downloads into the browser and executes there. Server-side script is not like that. Server-side script executes in web server. That is the main point of this. Yes, like that we have these two types of scripting. The first one is client-side script. The second one is server-side script. So what is React.js? React.js is the client-side scripting language. Now the main question, what we can do with these client-side technologies? What we can do with these client-side scripting languages, that we need to discuss. This is very common interview question. So now if you take any client-side scripting languages, what we can do? Okay. Yes. First one, to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. Yes, client-side scripts we are using to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. Yes. Yeah. What is this concept? Okay. By default, all HTML controls are static controls. All HTML controls are static controls. You want to convert them as dynamic controls, then we are taking the support of this client-side scripts. So here, what is static control? What is dynamic control? So that I will tell you. So for example, we are using some HTML elements like image, text box, etc., etc. So at the time of creating the HTML page, we are providing some properties. Once you load that page in browser, so it is loading with those properties. Once the control is loaded, it may be image controller, text box, something. Okay. So once the control is loaded in browser, later you want to change the properties, not possible. Is it clear? It is not possible because HTML is static. I will show you one example, then you will get more clarity. So I'm creating a simple program. Don't try to understand this program. See the result of this. Okay, now here, so demo.html I have given this program. Now in my desktop, I created the program. What the name of this? So demo.html. That's the name I have given, right? Now, in this program, just one HTML element, HTML control I'm taking. So I want to display this image. What is that? Orange.jpg, that image I want to display. Now here I'm using orange.jpg and width is equal to 100 pixels I have given. Like this, I have taken the image here. So at the time of creating this image, I have given two properties. One is src, another one is width. So what the src I have given orange and width is 100 pixels. Now I want to open this page in browser. So this HTML page, that's where you can open browser. So right click on this and open with browser. Now it displays that orange image. Now it is loaded in browser with the properties. What are the properties I have given? Source is one property and width. Now in browser, I want to change the source of this image, or I want to increase the width of this image. Okay. So is it possible? Not possible, because by default HTML is okay static scripting. So once it is loaded in browser, we cannot perform any activities on the control. But that is possible by using our client-side scripts like React, JavaScript, or Angular, etc. So requirement is, in case if user touch this control or click on this, okay, then I want to increase that size of this image, or I want to change the source of this image. So in that point of view, by default, not possible with HTML directly. Then we are taking the support of this client-side scripts. So for your idea, I will show you one statement now. So don't try to understand this code. Everything we'll discuss with react.js. Okay. So just here, a simple statement I have written. When I click on this image, so I'm executing some script here. So right now I'm using JavaScript. Same programs we'll discuss with react.js. So what is that code here? To change the source of this image. What is the new source I have given? Another image. Already we have orange here that we are changing with all.jpg when user click on this control. Now refresh it and click here. See, it is changed. So this is the concept of applying the dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. That's the first point. Is it clear? Yes. Now, see, where is our nodes? Where? Okay. So this is the first point which I told you now. To apply dynamic functionalities on HTML control. And next point is to validate input controls. So validations pointer. For example, I'm opening on website Flipkart, I'm going to open. Yes. Now in this Flipkart login is there. Yes. Now here it displays the login page. If I click on this request OTP, I will display the message. Please enter valid email ID or mobile number. Like that, it displays the message here. So these type of validations you want to perform. Then we are taking the support of this client-side scripting languages. So these days, everyone using React.js. So React.js, Angular, these two technologies in companies, programmers using. But we have many more like Vue.js, Next.js, Vanilla.js, Backbone.js, like that. Different types of client-side technologies are there. But popular technologies, so this React.js. And next one is Angular. Okay. Now, if you observe this Flipkart, in this front end, all these functionalities, for example, here, if I click on any control, okay, now it is loaded. Now, if I change this one, see, it is updating the information that is working based on the client-side technologies. Is it clear? And this pics, you can see, if I move mouse over this or click here, now it is changing that. Yes. These are all client-side scripting languages. Is it clear? So these type of functionalities, everything we can implement these client-side technologies, not possible with server-side technologies. So server-side technologies, if you take, why we are in the server-side scripting languages? Mostly to connect with the database of the website. So website database is not available in client system, where it is available in the server machine. So to establish a connection with the database, we are taking the support of server-side scripting. And also we are using to create the tokens and sessions. In that point of view also, server-side programmers, they are working. But as React developers, we are working with these client-side functionalities. Okay, first one we discussed to apply dynamic functionalities and HTML controls. Second one, validations point of view. Next one, third one, to work with Ajax. And fourth one, see, Ajax is very, very important for us. So these days, if you observe this Google Maps and chart concept, okay, and next one, so if you take this cricket live score websites for every, okay, seconds, some seconds, regular intervals of time, so it is given the updated score. In that point of view, so that request and response process is happening through Ajax. So right now I'm not going into deep dive of this Ajax. So we will spend 2 to 3 days. That time I will discuss pin to pin what is Ajax and which type of applications we can develop with Ajax, and mainly how to call the API services. Okay, so Java API service from React application, .NET API service from React application, how to access these services, everything we'll discuss. Okay, right now I'm not stressing more on this. Okay, so later we'll discuss each and everything about this Ajax. So that Ajax is complete client-side programming. That Ajax is complete client-side programming, so that we can implement using these technologies. Okay, and next one, to execute logics. Yeah, just now I told you one point. What are the logics we are implementing using client-side technologies? Those logics execute where? In browser or server? Hmm? Where these logics execute? In browser or server? Yes, those logics execute in browser, right? Yes. Now, here, server-side logics execute in web server. For example, you are developing on bank application. Okay. In that bank application, so this is one web page. For example, here, this is something like loan page. In this page, user will enter some information like loan amount. And next one, tenure. So loan amount is something like, yeah, 10 lakhs, for example. Yes, tenure is something like 60 months. Now, this is calculate button. So here, EMI calculation, how much EMI user has to, okay, pay. This EMI calculation, you can implement using client-side script or server-side script. So what the benefit if you implement with client-side script? If it is server-side script, when user click on this button, the request is going to the server, response is coming back to the browser. There the process is going on. In case if it is client-side script, the code is available in the client system. Okay, here only that code executes and the response is coming back to the browser. Means here no need to go to the server. Okay, so no need to go to the server to execute the logic. So where it is available, that code in client system only it is available. So that's why user immediately can see the result of this logic. So that's why client-side script execution is faster than server-side scripts. Is it clear? That is the main point of that. The execution of client-side script is very, very faster than server-side scripting languages. So due to that reason, most of the logics were implemented with client-side scripting languages. This clear? Yes. So these are the main areas where we can use this client-side technologies. In interviews, if they ask you any question, so react.js is the client-side scripting language. Okay, I have written here. So this client-side script we are using in website development. Okay, to implement the logics in website, we are using this client-side scripting languages. Okay, in website development, we have two phases. One is designing phase, another one is coding phase. Is React.js for designing? No, it is not for designing. It is for coding to implement the logics we are using this React.js. The two client-side coding. So we have two departments in the companies. One is client-side programming, another one is server-side programming. In that client-side programming department, so these React programmers are working. So earlier programmers used to work with JavaScript. Nowadays they are using this React, Angular, these technologies. I'll discuss the differences between these two, React and Angular later. But before that, you should have some technical stuff. Okay, that's why after discuss now, some points I'll discuss what additional features we have in React compared with Angular and what are the differences between these two. Okay, those points we'll discuss. Okay, yes. Now come to the basic history of this React.js. Who implemented this React.js? Mr. Jordan Walkie. The year 2013. So Jordan Walkie, one of the employees in Facebook. Okay, Jordan Walkie, one of the employees in the Facebook. He implemented this React.js in the year 2013. Actually, prototype, okay, the introduced in 2011, but final beta version released in 2013. Okay, yes. What the reason behind this implementation? Why Jordan Walkie implemented this one. So along with Jordan Walkie, team members are involved. Why they implemented? Yeah, in the Facebook, to work with chart concept. Okay, to implement some logics in chart concept, they implemented this React.js in the year 2013 to implement some concepts in chat. They implemented React.js in the year 2013. Is it clear? That's the main purpose. Later, they released this technology as open source technology. Then outsiders also used this React.js in their website development. So like that Instagram, okay, Apple, Flipkart, all these websites, client-side code is React.js. So these days, many projects in companies, okay, they are using React.js. See, website development, if you take, okay, compulsory client-side technology is mandatory. Okay, without client-side scripting languages, we can't do anything in website. Even we cannot connect with the server API services like Java API service, .NET API service. You want to fetch some information. We want to get some information from the server API services. From front end, we need to send the AJAX object. So for that, we are using the client-side script. Not only in that point of validations point of view, and in front end browser dynamic functionalities point of view. To execute some logics, we are using these client-side scripting languages. So that's why most of the websites, most of the development area in companies, web application development only. After that, mobile development, right? In this web application development, compulsory client-side script is required. So for that, they are using React.js these days, and Angular also companies using. So I'm not telling only React.js. Okay, they are using companies. Both technologies playing very, very, very important role in this software industry. Is it clear? Yes. So that's why we can expect very good openings with this React.js. Even compare with Angular. Now you can ask me one question, sir, why it is providing more openings than Angular? What the reason? That I will discuss with you. Okay. So before that, this is history of the React.js and Facebook maintains this React.js. Which company? Facebook company maintains this React.js. So that is the main point of this. Is it clear? Yes. Now, I will discuss one use case, on real use case where we are in this client-side scripting languages. So before that, from your side, you want to ask any questions. Up to now, we discussed some points. Just have given some introduction. What is React.js? What is client-side script? And what is server-side script? That introduction I have given. Yes. So related to this, you have any doubts? Any questions? So I will tell you how long this batch runs and what I'm providing, what concepts I'm discussing, everything I will discuss with you later. So technical point of view, what we discussed till now, okay? You have any doubts? No doubts. Okay, fine. Now take one use case, login form, for example. Yes. So if we take this login form as use case, where we are using this client-side scripting language. For example, in companies, okay, so you got this concept implementation login module. So then how you start? So first design login page. That's the first step. Second step, implement client-side, okay, validations. Or implement validations. Okay. Yes. Third step, send data to server API. Fourth step, check username. Data means what is that? Nothing but username and password. So in designing time, okay, we are providing two text boxes, username, password, and one button. User will enter the data. When he click on the button, we are sending username password to server API. After that, we need to check that username password valid or invalid. That validation we are checking here, whether it is valid or invalid. Is it clear? Yes. Now after that, so redirect either welcome page or invalid user page. So these are the general steps involved in this login. So now in this login, where we are using, okay, these client-side scripting languages, okay, yes. So now here, first of all, in designing point of view, yeah, we are using HTML, CSS, these technologies. Actually, in companies, different designing team is there. Okay, so they will create that HTML pages, but in some companies, so client-side programmer only has to create the HTML pages. Okay, yes. So anyhow, here in this designing point of view, HTML, CSS, that technology we are using. And implementation of validations means username, password empty or not. If it is email ID instead of username, okay, whether it contains the proper mail ID or not. So these all validations. Yes, validations we can perform by using client-side scripts only, right? Yeah, here we are using React. Next one, after validations completed, if username password is valid, okay, I mean data we have, then that data we are sending to server. In that point of, we are taking the support of Ajax. So this Ajax is nothing but client-side script. Yes, so that Ajax is also client-side script. So by using react.js or any other client-side script, we can use to create the Ajax objects. Yes. So later, once the data is transferred to server-side programmer, they are using JSP or PHP or Node.js, that is also server-side script, to connect with the database and to check username password is valid or invalid. Okay. Yes. After that, if it is valid, we need to redirect to that welcome page. Okay. Otherwise, so invalid user page. Okay. So that is the main point. In this point of view, we're taking the support of routing concept in React. This is also client-side script. Means, for example, simple login page, if you take the second step and third step and fifth step, we are taking the support of this client-side scripting languages. That is the main point of this. Is it clear? Yes. These client-side scripting languages, so means almost all 70% is code in this point of view, client-side technologies. Not only this login form, if you go with the registration form or any other concept, okay? So complete, okay, every concept contains 70% is code with this client-side scripting languages. Is this clear? Yes. So that much of usage is there with these technologies. Okay? Yes. Now, yeah, we have React.js, Angular, JavaScript, all these are technologies. What are the more features we have in this React.js compared with the other technologies? That concept we need to discuss. So before discussion of that concept, okay, I have got some questions here. So just let me discuss about that. Yeah. So here, how long the class will be there? How long means you are asking about today? I think, yes. Or duration. Okay. So you know something AU. See AU. So here time is, this is regular timing. So 8:30 to 9:30 is our class time. But demos we are spending 45 to 50 minutes. Starting 4 to 5 classes, they're providing demo. After that, so regular sessions. So 1 hour session every day. Okay. So after demos, 1 hour session, demos 50 minutes like that we're spending. Okay. And course duration. So first, before talking this course duration, so what are the prerequisites to learn this React.js? Yes, JavaScript. JavaScript is very, very important because this is the library of JavaScript. That's why, so JavaScript concepts are very, very important. Due to that, first I'm starting with JavaScript. Around 20 days, 20 to 25 in between. Okay, we're spending with JavaScript. After that, I will start the React.js. So in JavaScript, main concepts, very, very important concepts are there, like hosting, closures, okay, synchronous programming, Ajax, okay, and events, okay, like that, hosting, different types of concepts are there. So like ECMAScript 6 concepts, all these things we need to discuss. So that's why it will take around 20 to 25 days. After that, we'll start the React.js. So that React.js, we are spending around 45 to 50 days. That's why total course duration is 65 to 70 days. Is it clear? Yes. So that's the first point. And second point, certification. So see, what is a, yeah, you want to do certification, so you can do that. But online, different types of certification. So the training support is available. But the thing is, okay, before starting this certification, okay, yeah, you should have idea on this React.js concepts completely. Okay, based on these concepts only, okay, they're conducting the Scala certification exam, and different types of certification exams are there. So they're conducting these certification exams. Okay. So these concepts, if you practice well, then you can attend these prometric centers. Okay. So to attend the certification examinations. And the next one here about the recordings and all. So every class I will provide the recording. Okay. So after this demo link, you will get the drive access to those who are registered. Okay. So for them, drive access is available. Their class videos I will upload along with the notes and program. So you can access those things. Okay. So like that, what are the topics we are discussing here? Everything I will upload into the Google Drive. Okay, then you can access that. Okay, and course content you can see in the website, DurgaSoft website. If you open there, course content is available. So in React.js point of view, we are discussing class components, functional components, and lifecycle hooks like use effort, use state, use reducer, etc. And the bootstrap integration. And next one, database connectivity, API service calls. Okay. And routing concept means single page application concept. Like the different types of concepts are there. Okay. All these concepts will discuss course content. Okay. If you go to the DurgaSoft website, there you can get it. Yes. Yeah. See, for doubts, no need to create the group. Okay, you can ask me doubts directly in the classroom. Okay, so if you have any other doubts, I will give you the mail ID to you. Okay, once the registration process completed, then I will give the mail ID. You can send your doubts through that mail. Okay. Yeah, this is only online class. I don't have any offline. Yes. Yeah. Not added. Offline is not added. Okay. Yes, this purely online class. Yes, thanks. So this is the information what I wanted to share with you in the first class. Anyhow, got some clarity. So React.js we are using to develop the websites. Now, what are the features we have in React.js? That concept we'll discuss in the tomorrow session. After that, so we will start the JavaScript and slowly concepts we will discuss one by one. After JavaScript, we will start the React.js. Okay, that's the pattern which I'm following here. Okay. Yes. I hope you don't have any more questions, right?
Sir, I'm having one question.
Yeah,
Sir,
good
already
luck.
we have one more batch morning 6:30. What is
Mhm.
going on, sir, in that batch?
React, I'm starting that
Already it is
batch.
going on, sir.
That batch, all it is about to close shortly. Yeah. Yeah. Now, class components I'm discussing there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And one more batch was there.
Evening is there. There I'm starting the React.js from tomorrow onwards. Evening, what time before you? So that is 7:30 to 8:30. Today JavaScript is completed. Tomorrow onwards, I'm starting React.js there. Okay, you want to attend parallel that JavaScript in this 8:30, 9:30, and parallel you want to attend React.js 7:30 batch. That option also available. So those who
Okay,
wants to finish within 1 month, so you can attend that parallel batch. For that, just contact with management once they will guide you. If you have
okay,
time
sir.
up to 65 to 70 days, then no need to attend parallel batch. In this batch only, after JavaScript, I will start the React, you can attend. In case those who wants to finish shortly, for them, I am
Yes.
just they are allowing you to attend the parallel batches. Okay.
Okay, sir. Tomorrow it's going to start that React, sir, for 7:30 batch.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, those who are looking for fast track, so just contact with management and just you can ask, add me in that conference call. Then I will guide. So management number is available in this chart window. So they pasted just top of all messages you can see. Okay. So they pasted that numbers, everything. Okay. You can all do that. Fine.
Okay,
I hope.
thank you.
Yeah. Clear? Yes. So tomorrow we'll discuss how to, what are the features we have in this REACTJS compared with the other technologies. So see you in tomorrow class. Okay, you can drop now. Thank you.